Insights with Latrese. I am so excited to share with you a candid conversation that I had with gospel artist Amante Lacey. I'm so excited about this because he is such a blessing to the body of Christ. I love his music, like I'm probably his #1 fan, to be quite honest. And the conversation was such a blessing that I have to share it with you. So be blessed. Hey, Mr. Amante Lacey.
Hey.
How are you?
I am fantastic.
You know what? I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you for taking time, because I know last night was late for you, and you're up.
Extremely. We're an hour behind.
Oh, so even that is a whole nother level.
We're an hour ahead. So when it was 10 o'clock here, home, it's 11.
Okay, so you saved an hour, really, right?
Well, when I went up on stage, it was a little late, so it felt like it was even later.
That's true. Okay, okay, so you're a little sleepy.
I slept fantastic last night.
Well, good. Well, let's get right into
Let's do it.
So you can take a nap.
We're going to go to the gym.
Okay, I get it.
We're going to build our temples.
See, I do that Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It's Saturday? It's definitely
Saturday. So
we traveled yesterday, so we didn't get a chance to
do it on Friday. So you're perfect. Well, you know what? I want to start with this morning, what I listened to, which, again, I was singing right along with them. My name, I was looking to just see if by chance if it was anywhere on here, not yet. But I'm going to write it in.
Do it.
Momentum. Wow. You are a worshiper, and that's just all I kept getting. Man, he is a worshiper. Tell me, momentum. Why the name Momentum?
I thought it fit perfect, especially being that I haven't put out a record in a long time.
Okay.
I put out an EP. I did an acoustic EP and a studio EP. It's 2016 now, so 4 years ago.
Okay.
And it did a little bit.
Okay.
It did for what I needed to do at the time. So, but we didn't put out a real record.
Okay.
And so we're kind of going from ground zero, like having nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. I have the name of the guy that wrote these songs, but other than that, like, if you're not putting something out constantly, people forget who you are.
Right.
And so I knew that we start from nothing, and so it was more of, once we get this going, we're going to let the momentum take it.
Oh, that's good.
And it's kind of how it's been. Like, the story behind it is I gave them a phone call and said, let's record. I was living in Jersey at the time.
Okay.
And called them on like Wednesday, and we recorded the record that Friday.
Wow.
Like, drove from, that was a 10-hour drive. Got there midnight. We rehearsed at 12 midnight till 3 o'clock in the morning to get ready for the studio the next day.
Man.
Yeah, it was one of those, let's just do it.
Let's just do it.
Let's just do it.
It was just time. And so we just did it.
I sent them, I played the songs on my phone.
Okay.
And I texted to the guys, expecting them to tell me that it's terrible. And they were like, yo, this is good. I'm like, all right, let's record like when? Like this week.
Wow. So you said that you expected them to say no, it's not good. So as a writer, do you ever write those songs and you're like, here?
I have tons of them.
Here. And then they're like major big, because I know you've written for Byron Cage, Ty Tribbett, you know, so, and all those great artists. Do you ever think, oh God, do you second guess yourself maybe? Yeah?
Because truthfully, like, I don't really call myself a songwriter. I don't really think of myself as a songwriter. I am truly blessed that God allows me to tap into his songbooks. And so really, I don't, they'll tell you, like, I don't really write anything down until it's done. And so when I sit down on the guitar to write a song, it's already in my head. I've already heard it already. And so I'm just recording it, or recording it in my phone because I heard it already. I might go through chords, try to fix the chords or whatever. But when I was in London about 7 years ago, I heard they were doing a seminar, and they were talking about songwriting, and the guy was saying that God puts songs in the atmosphere, and it's our job to go tap in and go get it. And he said, and it's not always worship songs. He said songs like, I just called to say I love you. That had to be in the atmosphere. And all of us could have wrote that, but Lionel Richie decided, I'll go get it. Not Lionel, Stevie Wonder. He went and got it. And so, that's kind of how I look at it. Like I can't take because I can't sit down and say let's write a song. We'll be there all day.
Really?
And probably will be bad.
Really?
I can't do it. So it has to download in my head, and by the time I get it, then I get to my guitar, or I stop. I don't care what I'm doing. I stop and sit on my phone.
And just start.
Yeah, start from there, and I'll catch up with it later. But I can't write a song.
So that I want to ask you so many questions just from that. But one question is, so back in the day, the Great and Mighty, that was in the atmosphere, and you just caught it before I did, right? Okay.
It could have been yours.
It was. And I think we were tagging. We were, okay.
You can't drag your feet with this.
Is that what it is?
You cannot. I tell people, don't. If you hear it, go write it down, because somebody else will.
Don't
drag your feet.
Someone else. Okay, no problem. So with that said, you mentioned the different songs. So are you just a gospel artist? Do you label yourself as that? And if so, why?
Fantastic question.
Thank you.
I have a few love songs I've written.
Okay.
And here's a crazy story. I wrote a song 4 years ago called Nowhere. Okay. And it was from something I saw on TV. It was a guy frustrated because his wife didn't come home that night. Okay. And by the time I remember, I got up, went to turn the air conditioning on, and I had it in my head. So I went and sang it on my phone, like, wow, that's amazing. And so I hadn't written many songs other than worship or gospel songs. And so I said, well, God, you gave this to me, so I'm going to write it. And so I wrote it, and then there's another artist named Kristen Gray. And we hooked up, and I was like, yo, check this song out, because he does love songs on his record. And so I said, check this out. He's like, yo, that's amazing, let's finish it. And so we sat down and finished it. And so years go by, we was like, we're gonna try to get this to John Legend. I grew up with John Legend. So I'm gonna give it to John Legend. Just never got to him. And so Kristen signed a deal with a major deal, and he's with Kirk Franklin. And so he's like, I'm gonna do a record. Can I do the song? I'm like, cool. And so in between that time of him getting the song, I wrote another song inside of that song that turned into a complete gospel song. Not a worship song, it was a complete gospel song. Okay. And so Deidre Hadley's brother Gerald had said, hey, I need a song. I said, I got one for you right here. And it's the same song, same chord structure, just lyrically different.
Wow.
And so like I have one song that is on two different records that are it's pretty much the same song, just lyrically different. And I'm still waiting to get the main song to John. So
wow. Okay. So that taps into, so there's a gospel song or a gospel type, a worship type, a praise type, but it could be one song. I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of it before in my life either.
You just made that up right now?
I think I did.
Okay,
but
we can flow with it.
Yeah, I never heard that before.
Yeah, let's roll with that, because that sounds spiritual.
Okay, just make sure I'm not the deepest person in the world, but I mean we can go there.
Amazing.
We can go there.
Wasn't that amazing? He is not only gifted and talented, but he's hilarious. He is so funny. I had such a great time spending time talking to him. I hope you were blessed as much as I was blessed. Man, I left that conversation inspired. I left it encouraged, because just listening to what he had to say, writing those songs and not knowing if it was going to be a hit, but it was coming from his heart. So that told me that he does purpose by faith. And you need to make sure you're doing purpose by faith. Purpose is just what you're called to do on this earth. And he's a great example of that. And if you have not got his CD, Momentum, you're missing out. You'll thank me once you buy that. I play that CD over and over again, and it's amazing. Every time I hear it, it blesses my life. I'm telling you, the next CD that he has coming out, you're gonna see my name as a backup singer. Man, let me just stay in my lane. I know my purpose. Let me not get out the lane. Let me stay right there. Amante Lacey, it was a blessing. It was a joy. Thank you so much for the honor of sitting in your presence. You're a great gift to the world, and I thank you for that opportunity. So I'm glad that you were able to watch and share with me as I talk to this great man of God. And join me next time on Insights with Latrese. I'm your host, Latrese Kabuya. See you later. Amante Lacey, let me tell you, you're going to want me as your backup singer because listen to this voice. Great and mighty is our God. Great and mighty is our God. Oh, 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 oh. Right? You want it. Okay? You're going to have to call my lawyer, get the whole contract thing, figure it out. And see, I even have backup moves. Great and mighty is our God. Great and mighty is our God. Boom, boom, hey, hey. We can go on the road with it. Promise you. It's good. It's good.